and you can already see Mont Blanc behind me. What a greater way to start a video than a view of Mont Blanc at dawn. Good morning everyone. So here I am today in the valley of Chamonix. My train would be here in half an hour, and so actually it will take me to a village nearby Chamonix, so to go beyond Chamonix, and from there I'm actually going to climb my first 3000er mountain here in this valley. It's called Mont Buet. It sits at 3098 meters, yes. It's going to be a very long way, but I can tell you one thing: the view is going to be extremely promising, because we're talking about a panoramic view over the valley, over the Swiss Alps, but most importantly over Mont Blanc and its surrounding peaks. Join me. So just like that, I have arrived to the parking of Le Buet. And here I am. I have just started to climb a little bit. So concerning the trail itself, so usually it should take me 6 hours to reach the summit. Probably it will take me less, let's see. And the trail, mainly we're talking about a forest trail as usual. And then beyond, actually in the forest itself there's a huge waterfall as far as I saw. Let's see. Beyond the forest, the trail climbs a little bit to the valley, and then there's a refuge, and after that there's the col all the way to the summit ridge, which is a very long one. Let's see. My only concern is that I don't have crampons with me, and so let's just hope that there isn't much snow on the on the summit ridge. Yeah. Just to mention, the starting point is basically at around 1300 meters, and then yeah, we're talking about an elevation of 1700 meters to the summit. Not bad. Let's see. I'm actually right now approaching the waterfall. Part is behind me already, so I have just exited from the forest, and now I'm in the open field, yeah, in the upper plateau actually of the valley, heading to the refuge. So it should take me 1 hour to get to the refuge. This is my second day in Chamonix. I have arrived yesterday from Lyon. So actually I took a flight from Poitiers to Lyon, and then I spent a night in Lyon, and then yeah, yesterday I just took a bus from Lyon to get to Chamonix. And so yesterday I actually hiked a summit called Le Brévent. It's actually a very famous hike yeah, starting from downtown Chamonix, if I may say that, yeah. And so I spent a night outside of Chamonix, because obviously Chamonix is very expensive. It's full of tourists as well. So yeah, and so here I am today doing this mountain, and then I should go back to Lyon today at midnight. Here's a Wikipedia information for you, and it's very interesting. So actually, Mont Buet was considered the highest peak that was ever accessible before the first ever successful attempt to Mont Blanc, which was in 1786, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so it's really interesting to know that today I'm climbing a mountain which was once considered to be the highest among those accessible ones. Now I can see the refuge in the horizon. Let me show you. So you can see it. Yeah, it's on the slope. So actually I guess I was wrong, because I thought that the summit is over there, but actually because beyond the refuge you should go right. So I guess it's still hidden. Here I am approaching the refuge, and I guess I'm starting to see the mountain itself. I mean the ridge. Let me zoom a little bit. Zoom in a little bit to show you. Yeah, the one in the horizon. Let's continue. Now I can say that the easiest part is behind me, and now yeah, I'm moving towards the hardest part. So now we're talking about 3 hours, around 3 hours, yeah, to get to the summit, and yeah, we're talking around 1,100 meters left of altitude gain. It's going to be a long way. I can see the summit behind me. It's still far away. I guess we're still talking about 600 meters of elevation gain. Yeah, it's not an easy trek, huh? So now I'm on the final part. There are still like 600 meters of altitude, of elevation to the summit. Still a long way. We're talking about 2 hours, but I can see the summit in front of me. This is the summit. Let me zoom in a little bit. In the middle, yeah. All right. I'm not on the summit yet, and you can already see Mont Blanc behind me. The view is extremely beautiful. Let me show you. So you have Mont Blanc in the middle. Let me zoom in a little bit. Here it is. And then, yeah, this is the entire valley down. It's extremely beautiful. And then I still need like 1 hour and a half to the summit. So 450 meters of altitude. I'm very close to the summit. What you're seeing in front of you is actually not the summit, the fourth one, but then yeah, from there yeah, you would need like 10 minutes maximum to get to the real summit. It has been a long one, and there's always Mont Blanc behind me. Yeah, so I would probably need like half an hour maximum to get to the summit. Yeah, like 180 meters of altitude. I'm taking my final pause here before heading to the true summit, which is over there. And here I am heading to the final summit, to the actual summit, and I can see a lot of people on the summit. Yeah, it's a busy trail, but the view is really amazing. Yeah, But anyway, let's keep it for the summit. Here I am on the summit of Mont Buet at 3098 meters after 5 hours and a half. It was not as easy as I thought it would be, probably because I walked a lot yesterday. And but yeah, anyway, here I am on the summit, relaxing a little bit. Let me show you the view. It's amazing. Actually, we're talking about a view of 360 degrees. We start with Mont Blanc, the highest peak in France and in Italy. From this side actually we can see Geneva and all the Jura mountains, the mountain chain which you can see in the background. Yeah, and then Annecy, the city of Annecy should be to the left, but it's not visible from here. Back to the Swiss side, actually I was checking, and then indeed the huge wall in the middle is actually the Eiger, the infamous Eiger, yeah. And then the Matterhorn is actually visible from here, but it's engulfed in clouds a little bit, so it's difficult to see it all. But yeah, and then there's a summit in the middle. You can see the glacier there, and that summit is actually shared by 3 countries, by France, Italy and Switzerland. So Italy, France and Switzerland, yeah. But of course this is Mont Blanc. The 2 lower summits next to it is actually Mont Maudit and Mont Blanc du Tacul. I started to descend. The summit was extremely beautiful, the views I mean. So yeah, I would probably need 3 hours and a half to reach the small town, and then to take the train to go back to Chamonix. Back to the forest after probably 3 hours of descending, so I still need like half an hour to get to the train station. So yeah, that was Mont Buet, and it was really excellent. So even though it's really long, but you know, you don't get a mountain every day. When on the summit you get to see 2 mountain chains. So we're talking about the French and Italian Alps plus the Jura. So yeah, already 2 mountain chains, and then you don't also get every day to see a mountain which is shared by 3 countries. I'm talking about that summit which is shared by Switzerland, Italy and France. It's really long. It's a long trek. So I started at 8 AM and now it's almost 6 PM. I guess we're talking about 30 to 35 kilometers, and yeah, 1700 of altitude gain up, and the same goes for going down. Thanks for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you have really enjoyed this video. And yeah, see you on the next video.